Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I lucked out here. I just logged into lichess and we got two big guns going at it. I missed the first two games. Alireza against Daniel Naroditsky. I believe they're the top two currently in Bullet. 3,300 for Alireza. This is on the active list. 3,300 is top. Alright, so what do we have going on here? White is up a healthy pawn and has a really big square on d4. Ooh, knight has to retreat? Or not. Okay, so he's trying to mix it up a little bit. An imbalance, queen two pawns versus rook and bishop. This is not an easy piece to remove. I don't think this queen is getting trapped. Pressure on c7. Resigner, yeah. 2.5 half. These guys, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be going at it. These guys might be testing my endurance here with recording. I know the one video I did with Carlson and Alireza went on for 4 hours. And I wouldn't be surprised if they went on for just as long, if not longer. Okay. Play it by ear, I guess. That's a fancy move. Okay. Down a pawn. Black is down a pawn, but has an active queen. It's now been restored. That's surprising. My knee-jerk reaction is to get rid of this guy. What a pest. Have to worry about back rank mates. Gonna try to get here again. Maybe queen here. Nope. Okay, so he does end up returning. That bishop was way too good. I like white here. The better bishop. Pawn's fixed on light for white. Can white make progress, though? Is there one undermining move? As long as this is secure, white shouldn't experience too many problems. Also, a nice time edge for Naroditsky. Okay, this is going to expose the king to some checks, I would think. Well, both kings are without a great shelter, so... Was bishop there possible? Oh, bishop there, maybe queen check. Ooh, oh, yeah, this one's a goner. King there, queen exchange, and then bishop takes bishop. 2.5, 1.5. We will see. Here's their lifetime score, 240 for RebeccaHarris. Naro up about 42 points there. Okay, some space for Alireza. How to convert the space advantage into something. Gunning for c5. Okay, a sacrifice here? I think in the end, knight h2, and I don't know if there's a good follow-up. Can't really get an additional piece in the mix with the queen on h3. The knight is boxed out. Wouldn't really be a great contributor to an ensuing attack after the piece sack on h3. So what is the story? Ooh. Oh, okay. Did not see that one. Counter. The sacrifice. Counterpunch against f5. Bishop versus two pawns. Pressure on e3. Yeah, if queen takes, then there's pawn takes bishop. Okay, this might be nearby. The knight has that under control. Bishop and bishop versus two pawns. Knight move, and then there's this. Although there could have been block. Okay, going into a balanced position now. Rook and pawn ending should be a draw. Yeah, this one well, hang on for a second. Is this break working? King is closer now. Yeah, now this is a win for black. That was a key move. Yes, and the correct idea there. Keep both pawns on, don't trade. And he will convert this. Naroditsky will convert it without problem. 2.5, 2.5. All right. It's much different watching these two compared to Magnus versus whoever. The styles are both really sharp. Let's see. The old battery on the H file nearby. Okay, there is enough security here. F4. Caveman idea. G4, G5, the all-in move. Knight takes bishop. The queen takes up a really nice post. Yeah, I think white is abandoning an attack, getting the rook to a more active post. There was pressure on the knight by the queen and bishop. Okay, maybe nearby F5. F5 or not. I think black would like to get the bishop here if the queen wasn't there. Okay, up the exchange. White is up the exchange. Black does have a pawn for it. This bishop is pretty good too. Gonna get running with the d4? No d4. Queen exchange now. This knight needs to do something else. Yeah, there was an idea to plant the knight here, disconnect the rooks, and then take the rook. Okay, has an eye on this. Ooh, nice breaking up of the structure there. H pawn exchange for the G pawn should be benefiting black. Two isolated pawns now. RebeccaHarris up again. Naroditsky up on the clock. And this is soon to collapse. Can't do anything about it, really. Yeah, threw in the towel. That's 3 in a row. Naroditsky. King's Indian. Defense. C6, D5. Knight C2 and is there to have the queen watch over the D5 break, but it's reinforced yet again. Structural change. This negates the bishop. White needs to maintain control over D4. You don't want to see that hitting too fast. Pressure here, also the knight jump. Want to be greedy? Doesn't want to be greedy, grabbing a pawn. Oh, he's getting the center pawn. That is one jumpy knight. Go for a queen exchange? Up a pawn? Yeah, hit the rook, get the queens off. This guy's still not playing. How to break up the structure. This knight is golden. Tucked right behind the pawn. Wonderful position for white, now up a second pawn. He should convert this without issue. Yeah, there's no counterplay for black. Even Steven, 3.5 each. Okay, they are revisiting this Berlin again and again. All right, this is different. I looked away. What's this B5 move? Oh, then with the knight on D6, B5 straight away. Okay. Pressure on F7. The knight is there securing it. Trying to rattle this bishop's post. What would have been the trick if bishop takes pawn there? I'm not entirely sure. Okay. What to do? Maybe looking for bishop F5? Light square bishop exchange? No, light square bishop exchange. This one's covered. Important detail there. This is a weird position. This rook. Wow. Wow, that is a fancy sequence right there. How quickly these tricks are realized. Queen takes rook, you get the piece back, and then there's a fork. Blazing fast. Okay, after the smoke clears, where do we stand? White is up a pawn, but somewhat naked king here. Rook G1, he's prepared to run. Has a perpetual if he wants it. Does he want more? He wants more. Thinks his king could find shelter on F3, apparently. Okay, rattling the rook. A check. Stopping checks here. Cover this square. Watch out for mate. For a queen exchange. All the critical squares are covered, but Rook and pawn versus queen. Yeah. Only 1 second, less than 1 second. For Alireza. Not enough gas. All right. Okay, Sicilian land. Najdorf. D5. Big hole. Opposite sides castling. Looking to rattle this awkward knight. Usually not a good idea to give up this bishop for knight in order to damage the structure. This guy is way too valuable. You could see an arrangement. Pawn on b3, bishop on c4, an iron grip over the light squares in the center. Ooh. Sack-a-roni. Pressure on f3. This pawn is pinned. No queen g3 no queen b3 just yet. Some defense now over c3. Yeah, this bishop is awkward. All right, giving up some material to do what? If you take here, there's queen takes here, and there's a problem. Threatening mate, threatening the knight. It feels held together by a thread here for white. White is up a pawn, but this isn't the greatest queen in the world. You can't try to offer a queen exchange. Queen takes knight. These guys are nightmares. Wow, look at the clock too. Brutal. Brutal Pinaroni. Queen takes pawn, you get mate right there. If you move the knight, you would have lost the queen. So fast, so sharp. Okay. Let us see. Yeah, you could flick in that one. I've seen this idea before. Over here, normally. Not in this exact position, but this counter-attacking idea. Not budging when your knight is attacked on b4, instead hitting a bishop on these knight 3 squares. Okay, what is going on? Bishop pair for black. Yeah, that is a big square. Nice one to take out there. Knight on d6 is amazing. Knight on c4 as well, but the clock situation. I was threatening to take twice here and then fire away with the back rank mate. Okay. Pressure on f2. Pressure on d4. Pressure on e2. Always a threat. Always a threat. Okay. All right, getting the material. Pawn is up. Team black. Pressure on b4. This is not a fun situation for white. Has to babysit. Yep. And the rook has entered the scene. Up a pawn with an active rook. No, he's not taking the knight. No, he's maybe going to regret not taking the knight there. Probably going to regret it. This might be a draw. Might be a draw. Yeah, because of this guy. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, the clock situation. Oh, wow! He could have took the queen there. It's happening so fast. All right, that's another streak there. Very streaky match early on. 10 games in. A string of threes, another 3 wins in a row for RebeccaHarris. It's chipping away at Alireza's rating. It might be switched by the end of this match. Naroditsky might hit 3,300 and then maybe call it quits. Would he do that? Nah, he wouldn't do that. Oof, that knight was going to fall. That's 4 in a row. He's going to have to stop the bleeding. Not an easy task. Is Alireza on tilt? Not familiar at all with this variation. Fancy way to get the piece back, threatening mate and b5. This knight feels stranded. Yeah, he needed a square. Can you spare a square? b4 was nearby and the knight was going to be cooked. Bishop pair for white. Healthy development. Where to go? Where to go? Under fire here. Bishop can be enormous on d6 if this knight isn't there. Defends the pawn, cuts into black's position. Okay. And there he is. Some security now. I don't know how big a deal this is, having isolated pawns. He has the flight square now. Chop, chop. And that is the threat. And what now? Gonna go pawn hunting, give up the bishop to take here. This is a really nice bishop to give. I don't know if you want to give that guy up. It's going after this, but you have to watch out for that one. Oh. Knight versus 2 pawns. I'm going to say Alireza converts this without any issue. Rook behind the pawn. Oh, there might be mate even. Yeah, this is dangerous. Rook here, take here, coming up. Still in a position to get behind the pawn. Fancy. Oh, I don't know if he should have allowed that. Okay, this knight, he's going to be annoying. Yep, I was wrong. Okay, draw on board. 8-4. Yeah, I don't think he should have allowed that rook to get. Alireza's rook should have got behind the pawn. Held off on that for too long, I think. So fast. Okay, what's the plan here? Save that bishop. Pawn takes, queen takes, bishop here, and a knight jump in there. Wow. Queen exchange. And white is now up the exchange. Okay. King will be cool right here. Knight looking to jump in there. Gonna get the piece right back, yeah. That knight is too much of a powerhouse. It's got to go. Maintain the dark squares. Oh no, looking for a skewer. Another check. Check here first and then there. Bishop does well to stop the rook from getting activated. Okay. This is nice play by white. Super strong king position. Pressure on b5, not fun. Babysitter mode with the bishop. Could probably have gone into a pin. And this is going to be annoying if this pawn could get to f6. Might as well knock out another pawn. He is getting something though. Okay, he's in a pickle. Black is in a pickle. Bishop c6 if you're not careful. And he has this. There he goes. Not much you could do about it. There's a check here, but not here. Yeah, the exchange. This is a 1 king and pawn ending. You just have to watch out for sneaky stuff. Or is it? No, what am I talking about? This is going to be... No, it's not going to be a win. That king is there just in time. Wow, that was just by a tempo. He was there to track down the f6 pawn. Okay. A wild g-pawn arrives. Wild positions, man. d6 is sensitive. Black cuts that jump out. Pinaroni. He's finding a way into the d6. Knight is there covering. You might take here and then jump in here. Okay, first centralizing the queen. He's ready to give up some material here. He's ready to play rook takes knight for sure. I don't know though. Queen f6 would be a nice follow-up. That knight is pretty irritating. Okay, there might be some tricks soon here, taking the bishop. Okay. Oh, queen here. This knight is dead. Yeah, he missed that one. Let's see how he tries to stir up trouble. Queen here. Offer the exchange. Just have to watch out these guys don't gain too much steam. Knight versus 2 pawns in bounds. Doesn't want c3. Wants the more invasive pawn. Stopping queen h6. Getting out of a pin. Rook takes knight was threatened. Rook c4. Pressure here. Yeah. Rook d4. The king I could guess hide here if the queen enters here. Or the knight. The knight could be a really good defender on f7. Maybe didn't even have to run. Ooh, that's a big pawn to give up. That was some important shelter. Oh, fancy move. Getting the piece. Wow. Tripled up, watch out. Queen takes theirs. Nearly mate. Oh, what a sneaky move. Oh, instead of taking right back, the old time burner. Ah, I didn't see the clock. That must have shaved off at least a second, though. Maybe e6. And then jump around here. Oh, that is a pesky knight. Oh, man. He's angry. He's angry about that time burner. Put the queen here. A knight move and then bishop here is nearly mate. Nearly. And the check, there's knight there, and then the block, there could have been... No, I'm sorry. Knight takes, bishop here. The knight was on that square. Oh, what's the plan here? Knight takes, there's this. There's also queen here as a threat. Another check. Is knight here working? Okay. Wow. These guys are too good. 2 pawns versus the knight. You know what's amazing right now? You would think that after being under all that pressure, black would be down on time. How is Naroditsky up on time after? I mean, when you get hit with these threats, normally you have to think your way out of them, but he just knows his way out. He's like a cat. He is always landing on his feet. Wow. All right, I guess this is the 3200 level for you. Okay. Something a little different. Caro-Kann land. Bishop takes bishop. He was in pre-move mode there. An easy point there for Alireza. Okay. Center is wide open. I think white would like to keep the queens on if you could. Still a few moves out from castling. Still a lot of pressure here by white. Down a pawn, but nice development. Strong bishop on b3 coming up. Calculating maybe knight takes here. No, it's going to try and work around this pesky knight. Saves the b pawn, and he's ready to go hunting for this one, I guess. If you try to target it like this, I guess the king steps up to d7. Activating the rook in an unusual way. Still get this in. Black is up a pawn. And this rook will find active play here. Yep. Yeah, this one, I'm going to say it should be a draw. 25 seconds each, call it. Yeah, I'm going to call this one a draw. Well, now it's a little bit different, maybe. Ooh, the 2 split passed pawns outweigh these connected passers in this king and pawn ending. White would win if the rooks are exchanged. Okay. Yeah, this should be... Objectively, it's a draw, but hang on here. Clock situation. Yeah, I'm going to say RebeccaHarris holds this. No problem. Threefold coming up. Look at all the moves it took before even a second went down. There's the three-folder. 6-11. I think I might have to call it after only an hour. These guys could really go on for a long time. I'll just do an hour a bullet. Watching. We'll see where the score is after an hour. Okay, the duo is strong. Challenged with e5. All right, is there going to be some attack here against the white king with this pawn on e4? That's a really annoying rook. Okay, so some pressure on this one. Queen here, queen g4. Okay. Oh, bishop, there's a perpetual. You don't have this, if this was not defended. Okay, that is a fancy move. Can you play knight there? He's threatening mate on g2 now. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Bishop pair for white. Space, no space. Maybe takes and then play b4, carving out a square on d4. Yeah. Black's getting that move in while he can. Otherwise, there might be a struggle ahead for black. White will find it easy to play against the isolated pawn. Nightmare bishops. Bishop pair and up a pawn. Both sides still need a flight square. This is nearby. Not anymore. Bishop takes, pawn is available. There's a lot of pieces on dark squares. Bishop there might hit soon. Some defense. Okay, bishop e3. Doesn't want the knight. This is covered. What's the story here? Yeah. I don't know what that sequence was exactly. All right, that's 2 in a row for Alireza. The first back-to-back win for him. Okay. Let's see. This pawn is annoying. Okay. Pressure here, you can't resolve this tension so easily. Bishop pair again. Bishop pair in every game. When is there not an imbalance with these guys? Just every game, say bishop pair. That's the plan. All right, there's pressure here. What do we do? These knights are so irritating. I don't know how great these squares are. Okay. No more bishop pair, but now we have a material advantage. And it's no longer there. Knight here, threatening this. And if you move the bishop, so quick, seeing that defense. Yeah, I'll call this one a draw too. 20 seconds each. 3 pawns apiece, same wing. Going on to the very end. I think black. Was it? I wonder, is he offering a draw? Oh, what's happening here? Disconnection? Oh, something happened there. It's not moving at all. Naroditsky's going to take this one. Wow. Where is he? Where is he? A draw. Wow. See, I knew it was a draw. I didn't think it was going to be that kind of draw. All right. This is a nice positional line against the Sicilian. Knight falls back here. Bishop c4. Sometimes there's this maneuver. This knight goes on a journey to eye up d5. That is a strong pawn chain. Oh, what a nice way. Getting out of the pin so that this was back on. Rook versus knight and pawn. Okay. Gonna scare this knight away. Activate the rook first. That's a big square. Yeah, undermining the center. Knight takes pawn is maybe available. Oh, that's so sweet. Simple and sweet. Pin on the c-file. That was there. Oh, the fork right back. In the end, balance material. Bishop takes pawn was a threat. Overloaded king. 2 jobs too many. Active rook. Bishop takes bishop and rook there I thought was a thing. Okay. Objectively it should be a draw, but Naroditsky's always ahead on the clock, it seems. He wants this guy. He wants the A pawn so that the B pawn is passed. Check. A key check. Rook takes pawn with check. 5 seconds. Not gonna cut it. King up first. Perfect. 8.5, 12.5. Hovering around the 3250 range. Point. Alright. Where to go, knight? Oh. That was fancy. These tricks are way too fast for me. Oh, man. Oh, he was in pre-move mode. I think he was expecting bishop takes pawn. Alright, that's back-to-back wins now. Naroditsky. Looking for a g5 push. Fending off g5. Okay, h-pawn for these 2 big center pawns. Alright, feels like there should be an accident happening on d4. Alright, some pressure on it first. Could be a check if she goes too far. Where's this king going? Okay. Okay. Queen f3. Queen f3. I think this is too much. Yeah, too much. I think white is consolidated. Yeah. Alireza takes that one. Sicilian. d5. d5 it is. Yeah, there's some tricks. Bishop g4, there's pawn takes on f7, knight g5. It does appear a little bit awkward to deploy the bishop on e6 when this guy is still on its home square. But part of the reason is to release that pressure on the weakest square f7. Alright. White's up the exchange. Any compensation? Not really. If you could have maintained the knight on d5, possibly, but that's just not the case. Yeah, need to get the king here because the white rooks are going to enter. Queen on e6, e6, f5. Not so easy to give this knight a shove. There's queen takes h3. Okay, kicking the queen away. To where? There's pressure on f2. Pressure on the bishop now. Where does it go? Okay. Can you continually bug the bishop? What about a check and then here? Probably on a check there's queen g3. Oh, also there's a... This is hit twice anyhow. I guess there wouldn't have been any tracking down of the bishop. There's a check with the knight, but it doesn't do anything. Yeah, the queens are off now. Rook and 2 pawns versus the knight. And a few seconds extra for Naroditsky. Okay. Wow, fancy. Oh, that's so sweet, man. Rook takes knight. Excuse me, knight takes rook. There would have been promotion with check, and you get it back, and you're stopping the promotion. Very nice. Well done. Okay. No castling queenside, says the bishop. Oh, there's queen. Oh, the check, there would have been a block and the rook would be defended. Gotcha. Okay. Pressure on f2. Can you get away with queen takes pawn? Probably not. I'm not sure. Yeah, there'd probably be bishop takes knight. Queen takes, and then this piece falls in the end. Okay. There was a pin on the g file after queen g3. He nabbed a pawn. The h pawn is a goner. King there for what reason exactly? I'm not sure. Might have been fearing a capture and maybe the bishop going on a dark square. Mate threat on h2. I don't think you want that pawn around. He's there though. Black has a passer. Bishop h2. Bishop here might be a move. It's happening way too fast. Okay, mate threat in the corner. Queen check. The rook comes over. How do you get the king? Pins the bishop first. There's no check here. F2 pawn is pinned. Queen here was a threat. What a slippery king. You can't get me. Oh, queen here was a mate threat. Wow. Oh, wow. RebeccaHarris down for the count. I can't help but think there's always a little tilt with the when you see that follow-up game, wild h-pawn, bolts to h6 in a blink. All right. Let us see. Wants a square. Wants c5. Not so fast. Oh, tough day in the office for this guy. I think a sacrifice is necessary. Fast. If black is to maybe come back. So maybe paving the way now for bishop takes c6. Probably not though, because of that one. Okay. There's that. This pawn is running. At some point, this needs to be broken down. Black is waiting for that moment. Okay. It needs to happen really soon. I think a knight sacrifice here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Doesn't want the G file to open up. There's the sacrifice. Okay. Well, he got 3 pawns for it. That's about the best you could do. There's pressure here. Okay. That was a threat, hitting the knight and the rook. 12 seconds apiece. Tough spot. Oh boy, this is gonna hurt. Watch out for stalemate or mate. Ooh. Naroditsky gets him back after that tough loss. What kind of position is this? All right. Bishop e6, no problem. Queen d3. He was in pre-move mode. I think he was expecting bishop here, maybe. I guess bishop or pawn there. Seemed reasonable. Pin. Are we okay with this? I guess the king is prepared to run if he needs to. These guys are offsetting one another. Might have to play c4. Ooh. Bishop d6. Okay, we're having an exchange. This knight should be a super pest. Oh, also you're doing this next. That's why Naroditsky resigned there. He saw the writing on the wall. Rook takes, and then the rook comes over. That pin was too strong. Once more, this fancy variation. Double attack, mate threat. You can get the piece. So he's not so quick to bite on b5. Oh, now he's taking here and he's getting this queen h5 to f7. So slick. Okay, what's the calculation here? Yeah, he's stopping queen h6. Knight jump. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I love that one. I love it. So quick. Queen takes rook. Knight here. Forks. Awesome stuff. Love it. Okay. We don't care about this check. Alright, Fianchettoed knight. How good could that guy be? Alright. It's a pin. This is one active queen, though. Check there. Where else? Also, there's a fork on c7. Black has to be careful about. It's a check on d2. But it's only one check. Do you flick in this one first or take the rook straight away? None of the above. Offering a queen exchange, you're ready to take here. Very nice. Queen does a great job of covering all the key squares. Oh, might there be a perpetual here? Yeah, the knight could jump to these two. Could white go for more? Yeah, I guess the knight has the pick. Yeah, threefold repetition. Found a nice way out there. Nice. All right, French. No g5 this time. This f-pawn is contributing. Can't take here. There's bishop takes bishop. That would sting. Fork. Okay. Could you take here right away? What's the story with knight takes pawn right away? Not sure. Okay, takes it a little bit later. Crawling up into a ball. White needs to come up with something. Oh, isn't there wasn't knight here working? Maybe not. Maybe he crashes through on e6. He'd probably have to go for something fancy like that. Yeah. Black is getting something here. Up the exchange and two pawns. This should be too much. And now this knight is cut off. Has to go here, but then it's a little bit more pressure and he's gone. Might have a resigner. This king is amazing. A resigner. 17 to 13. Cruising along. Okay. Wow. We have a static center. A ram structure. It's a rarity with these tacticians. Okay. No light square bishop for black. I think this knight is all the more valuable on f5. No light square bishop. Not easy to kick him away. Where is it? Now that this bishop is back here, g6 is nearby. When, though? Okay, he did pick up a pawn. And look at that. Look how quick that guy's gone. And white is like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna make you feel the loss of that pawn. Now this move is available. Deal with this. Forks. There's something here. Okay. He's going to say this knight is saddled. I would have thought bishop here right away. Okay. Bishop in pawn versus knight now. Want the F file to open up. It would probably be too much. With these knights near the king, there would probably be a good way to coordinate. That was a check. Wow. Look at the clock. Wow. All right, where are the time burners? I'm going to say this ends as a draw. No. Wow, 0.09. Unreal. Alireza takes that one. 14-17. How many games? 31? You know what? I think I'm just going to do 50 games. Yeah, I'm going to call it at 50. That'll be good enough. 50 game bullet match. Right. What an annoying piece. Also, this rook is annoying. Bishop can't move. Knight f3. Bishop pair now. Flight on h7. Bishop here. Battery. King needs to run. These bishops are wicked. Yeah, this one should be a goner. And there it is. All right, that's I think our first 3 in a row for Alireza. Each side is saying, you take me. It's under control. You don't necessarily have to move this rook. Pawn play alone. And the rook was activated on A1. Supporting knight f5. Tricks here. Queen takes f6. Could take there with the knight. Yep. Okay. This pawn is pinned. There might be some trick happening on h3. Knocks out the knight first. Knight might jump around. There's some pressure on this pawn. Some defense. Get out of my 4th rank. b3. All right. He's out of this pin now. Yeah, black is gearing up for f5. Knight there puts an end to that. This is excellent for white now. Is the queen close to getting trapped? I don't think so. Yeah, this is nice and cozy. Not a material advantage, but we have a half-dead pawn here. Also, I think the main feature is an unprotected, or not an unprotected, the bad bishop. Now white is up a pawn, and still has the better bishop. All right. Can I get to a rook ending? This is going to come down to the wire. Can't go into a king. Oh, what a move, mate. Oh, that bishop couldn't take. It was pinned. What was I going to say? You couldn't go into a strictly king and pawn ending. Pawn up. Big deal. Okay. This one's under control. This one is not. It has arrived. This bishop is amazing, though. I think it's the best piece in the entire position. Okay. Yeah, if the pawn was able to get here, it's guaranteed to get there next. So, what's the story here? He's pitching a pawn in order to do what exactly? Okay, I don't know. Ooh, queen was unprotected. That was a threat. Oh, you can't move knight to h6 if bishop takes bishop. Tactic City. Oh, man. King takes. Stop the knight checks. Get rid of this pesky knight. This knight does not want to exchange itself for a first-ranked knight or a second-ranked knight. This guy continually got juked there. Did you see that? No thanks. I decline. Fake you right out. Knight on f4? I don't think it could be so easy to push yourself. Isn't this a threat? Oh, you missed that. Maybe there wasn't a way to defend. Yeah, it just seemed like too slow of an idea there to push the pawn. All right, Naroditsky will take this one. Queen versus rook. Also up on the clock. Okay, stop the bleeding. Oh, Alireza had 4 in a row there. 16 to 18. Okay. This is a little different. Still another fight going on over the d5 square. These moves here are fighting for d5, however indirect it may seem. You're removing a key defender of d5. This is still the big piece in the position. Bishop takes pawn. Okay. You gotta watch out. Oh! Ooh, a counter attack. So quick. How they weasel out of this is bishop here move. Chop, chop. Okay. You take here and then in the end take here. Oh no, there's rook takes pawn first. Oh. Oh, brutal. Oh. Yeah, there was a nice little pause there. They were crunching the numbers. That got ultra sharp. Okay, space. File here for black. But there's also this square. This knight is going to be really strong on d5. White is now up a pawn. Yeah. Oh, queen is not quite dead. Up a clean pawn? Hang on though. There's a lot of action here, a lot of pieces. Knight takes h3, maybe something. Is it there now? It's not there now. You can't go here. There's a mate on g7. This knight can't, well, the knight is dead then. There's some trick, counterattack against the bishop. Ah, nice. Counter-attack. Hits the queen, defends the bishop. Okay. White is up a knight. Feels more like a rook, though. Not getting rid of this one. Clock situation, no problem there. Okay, 17-19. Okay. Gotta move this pawn. Knight doesn't have so many squares. This is nearby. Okay, yeah, there would be some pawn move unleashing that, maybe. Let's see. White's up a pawn, but there's a lot of open space on the queen side for black. Dragon structure. If this, there's that, and then this one. Lose a piece. So he takes with the knight first. And, okay, material is balanced. I like black here. Bishop pair. And, yeah, there's these two connected passed pawns, but they're not yet in motion. This center could get rolling. Okay. That was a huge change. Now we have an isolated pawn. I don't think, oh, stopping h6. This bishop is really good. Overloaded queen. Yep. If king h7, there would have been mate in the corner. 18 to 19. All right. Yeah, again, I think I'm just going to do 50 games. Once more, this line with bishop e6. Castle's just in time. No knight c6 with the fork. Counterattack. Yeah, this queen is really good. It should be about an even position. Both sides sneaking in their flight square. b5. I like black a little better because the king is going to find it easier to play an active role. Also, this one is kind of out of the game. Yeah, there's a trick. Bishop takes pawn. Get hit with the fork. Yeah, this bishop is not having a fun time. May soon get tracked down. Is there time for it? The bishop does cover this square. Yeah, black will be taking this one. No resigner? I don't think there's any stalemate tricks. Nope. 19 to 19. All right. Good match. Really good match. I love seeing these top players go at it. It's a real treat. It's a nice break to get in. Rattle that small pawn center. Dark squares, black needs to take some care over them. Queen there could have been irritating. Okay, trying to get on the dark squares still. Picks off the b pawn. B pawn for c pawn exchange. Some pressure here. B pawn for a pawn exchange. This guy will be really strong. Yeah, if this pawn is gone, this rook is going to be ideally placed now. White is for choice. Yeah, it's not going to be easy to... Okay, he's trying to squash this one. Oh, piece falls. Oh, there it is. A little tilt action. H4. That was a tough one. I think it's this is the first time Alireza. I mean, after the first few games, RebeccaHarris was up. But now it's Alireza by just a point. So 11 more games, and I'm calling it. It's a strong knight. This isn't the greatest structure. Okay. Save the rook. Queen is under control. Maybe eyeing up bishop h3. No, rook e5. Yeah, this knight it's the superior minor piece. In fact, no, I'm going to say all black pieces are better. Queen takes h4. King there's checks. Queen f3 is nearby. Pressure here and here. Take here with check. Yeah, black is going to take this one. It's down a little on the clock. But he is up 3 pawns. Okay, not anymore. Okay, he will be getting this one. Yeah, this should be no problem to convert. Keep on pushing. Can't stop them all. Yeah, too easy to pre-move. No tricks. Mate next. There it is. Okay, so that's 4 in a row. Watch 10 more. 21-19. Okay. A little surprised not to see bishop takes knight straight away. Okay. So instead of taking out a key defender of d5, he was provoking some weaknesses. So now there's an additional gap in black's position, f5, white immediately occupying it. Okay. There wasn't quite a trick here. Because there wouldn't have been time to take on a2 because the queen is hit. Oh, hang on though. What's happening here? Queen's under fire. Wow. What a sequence. You kidding me? These guys. Amazing. Where do we stand here? I'm glad I definitely need this this assistance right here. Things change so fast. I find it, I always have an eye on one of these two. When I don't know what's going on, just stare at the material imbalance. Okay. This rook cannot be allowed to get here. Okay, there was going to be some back rank mate. There's a wild pig on the second rank there. That's 5 in a row. He's cruising. Alireza is cruising. Has a nice audience. 615 area. Is there a way to save the piece? This square is covered by the knight, and the knight can be replaced. Knight here is not going to really cut it. Wow. Okay. Another one for Alireza. That puts him back over. I think this is right about where he started. 3301. So you have to be 4 games ahead after over 40 games in order to just maintain this 3,300 rating. Not easy. Oh, this is a really annoying pawn advance. Tricks everywhere. Knight jump. F4. All right. Queen h5 may be nearby. Bishop is pinned. Careful now. This knight controls this one. Yep, bishop's pinned. This knight can't move. Mate on the spot. Queen is defending f2. Important detail. Queen takes here might be a move. Queen e3 stops that. Turning a little technical. Hang on. This is a mate threat. You have to play here now. The knight is still going to arrive there, and then you're going to lose this one. How do you stop this one? Not easy. He doesn't see a solution. Okay. Naroditsky. Stop the bleeding there. After 6 losses in a row. Okay. I don't think you're getting this pawn back. Yeah. This is b4, knight on b3. So he's got to play elsewhere, and is he ever playing elsewhere? Well, he's doing the same thing that happened to him last game. Well, what's the quick lesson with these last 2 games? A black pawn on f3 is a real pest. Bishop g4 after knight takes knight might have been the move. Okay. There's a check. Oh! We might see the h-pawn run. Smothered mate. Huh? Was that such a devastating move that they're going to end it right there? Uh-oh, that might have been the last one. Maybe we don't... He's logged off. Okay. Yeah, so we're not going to see 50 games. I guess that's the match right there. Chess could really be painful. I don't know. Maybe an internet issue or just a really painful defeat there. One of the two. Smothered mates are tough to stomach. It was a very good match, though. These guys are really, really awesome to watch with their super dynamic styles. All right, so in the end, 44 games is what they played. What did I catch? Caught 42 of the games. 24-20. All right, anyhow, I'm going to cut it here. Feel free, as usual, to leave any feedback to this video in the comment section below. It's more for fun than anything, so hope you found it a little fun. That's all for now. Take care.